Hello everyone, welcome to Elliott Wave Analysis.com YouTube channel. This is Henry. Today is Friday, April the 1st. The time is around 2 a.m. GMT, and today we will be looking at the chart of oil. This is a 45 minutes chart. So we can see right here that we label this as a W at 93.50, an X at 116.64, and now that means we are in the Y leg. Now by this label you will know that this current decline then should be corrective because of the WX label here, and within the Y leg you have an A, a B, and a C, right? Now this ABC is going to be ending W first, and then you got an X to correct the ABC, followed by another leg down in the Y, right? So this is just to show you the C is gonna be in a 5 waves, which is this is 1 2 and then now 3 4 5 going down, and you will have X and Y. X will correct the ABC, and then another leg Y to finish this Y in blue. Okay, so that's kind of the expectation. So that means we can potentially see more downside as long as we don't break below 116.64 right here. But instead of speculating on the a lot of things here, I think I'm just gonna focus mostly on the short term. Now in the short term, you can see the decline from here. It does look like a 5 swing, right? It does look like a 5 swing with a divergence at the lows over here on the wave 5, right? So since this looks like a 5 swing, then that means as long as we stay below 116.6, we could potentially get another leg down in the C leg, right? To finish a 535. We may have completed the B leg here, okay, but still needs to break below the A here to really validate the count and confirm the bias on the downside. And um, if we can continue to go lower, then the C leg, it can go all the way. C equal to A can go to $90.54. Now before you get, before you start turning very bearish in oil and stuff, just look at the largest time frame, and you got to understand that, and I'm putting this WX on the weekly, that oil actually is bullish, right? This is not bearish by any way or form. And yes, we can get another pullback, and if this is doing a Y, technically you can get a WXY from this high here, right? So we've been rallying non-stop since we bottom on April 2020, right? And assuming it can go to a full 100%, it can go back to $83, right? And this is the next support, 83 to 62. Now however, for this view to really get confirmation validation, you got to break below the W again, so which means that we actually still have to break below here to validate, and that's why you see the arrow is not red, it's only turning down because it has not gotten the confirmation. So that's why instead of speculating, okay, it's gonna crash or it's gonna sell off into 83, I want to focus primarily on the very short term, in which we got what looks like a 5 ways down. So then that suggests yes, we can see for the downside, and this could be your B. As long as we break below the A, that will confirm this is your B, and then we will see more downside. Now what will be the alternate? What if we don't break lower? Well, if we don't break lower, we can call it this way. So you can call this, okay, let's suppose this is actually bullish, right? It's actually bullish. You can call whatever you want, this peak and this low. You can call 1 2 3 4, or it's an impulse, right? So let's say if let's just call it, let's say this is 1, right? 1 2 3 4 5, this is 2, and let's say this is some kind of wave 3. Okay, some kind of wave 3, let's say. Let's see what the extension is. the extension is almost 1.618. So let's say it doesn't go down, instead it goes higher. So how can we make sense of the count if it goes higher? So this 1 2 3 4. So if we don't go lower and instead starts to go higher, right? So the rally here can be counted as a 5 waves, right? So you can count this as a 1 2 3 4 5. All right, so you can count this, let's say, with 1, and then you can count this as an expanded flat ABC. ABC, and that will become expanded flat, and that will end your with 2. Now in that scenario, then you won't even get any further downside. It's actually going to rally from here and continue to go up because of the bullish um, outlook in the larger time frame, right? So it can continue to go up. So there is a count, there is a possible bullish count to suggest we're not going to see more downside, and then we just continue to rally if that's the case, to complete, like a 5 ways up from this low right here. Okay, but the overall bias, the prevailing trend is bullish. So if there is any proposed pullback, that is because it's not really in the direction of the prevailing trend. It is only a correction, and that correction may not even is not yet validated until it actually breaks, at least in the shorter cycle. First it needs to break below here first, then second it needs to break below here before all this count here will be validated. Okay, and if there is a real pullback into the 100%, then 83 is going to be the next support level for oil, will be where we can establish long, technically speaking, because of the bullish outlook in the larger time frame. Okay, so that's basically what we got here, guys. So if you want to get regular updates on oil or any other things, cryptos, SPY, indices, Forex, please do check our service. We have 14 days trial. Okay, and I'll see you all again next week. Have a nice day, everyone.